Hello, everyone. It's me, Andrew. Hopefully, you all are having a good week so far. It's Wednesday. Um, yeah, so let me see about getting Instagram started. William set it up for me before he left for his class today. So I'm going to see um, about doing that. Let's see. Oh, it worked. Oh, good. All right. So we're here on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Instagram. If you're watching, please say hello. Maybe say where you're tuning in from. It's always nice to see that. Yeah. So busy day again. More kind of unpacking and rearranging from the move. We're still in the process of moving from our store from Ligonier to Johnstown. If you didn't know about that, um, we're doing that. So it's a big process and it's exhausting, but I think it'll be worth it. You know, it'll be nice when we're all settled in and can stop thinking about that. We did have some rain today and some wind, and unfortunately, the wall that we built, the separation kind of partition wall, it was set up next to our garage, and unfortunately, the wind blew and it hit our car. Thankfully, it didn't do a lot of damage. It was just a little tiny dent. Um, like little tiny dent. So, unfortunately, that happened, but you know, what can you do? Um, so we're still kind of. Last night after the live, we had to scramble around and get stuff put on the porch before it rained. Um, and we got most of it on the porch. We do still have to unpack the van, and once we unpack the van, then we can pack the van back up and move stuff to the cottage and move stuff to Johnstown. It's always kind of like this song and dance. So, we're doing what we're doing. It is a big day for that. And other news, William added a bunch of kits to the online store. So you can go to www.allegorygallery.com. I made sure that there was 1, 2, 3 W's. Um, and those kits are now available on the online store. He also added the tumbler. If you didn't see the tumbler for March, it has one of my painted paper collages on it. Um, that is also new on the website. I know William went to the cottage this morning and did some packing. So there was some packing that he did and shipping. It seems like we're doing that every day, which is good. Thank you so much for all your support out there. We really appreciate it. What else? We're working on some things. So keep an eye peeled for those new things that we're working on. Let's see. Marianne's here. Hi, Marianne. Norma's here. Hey, Norma. Marianne says, still cold here. That poor jackrabbit is still huddled up. Oh, boy. Cindy's watching. Hi, Cindy. She says, was just looking at the new kits. Yes, so we premiered those here first. Some of you may already have some of those. And then we ran them through the D stash, and we had those in the D stash for a little bit. And then we finally got a chance to add them to the online store. So hopefully you all like them. There's a lot of really lovely things. We do have Meet Your Creative Community Day coming up pretty soon at the end of this month, and it's a kind of a celebration, an online celebration of our kits, and to see what you all do with them. We're very excited about it. It's kind of a throwback to our old days when we used to do reveal days for our kit launches. So hopefully y'all enjoy that. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I see a couple people are watching on Instagram. Rustic Rhapsody is watching. Rose and Amethyst is watching. Hello. It's nice to see y'all. Yeah, so if you haven't gotten a chance to like and share this post wherever you are, please do so. It's nice to help boost the signal for us and get the word out. We're still kind of growing our audience and in the process of trying this new life out. So it's a little bit scary, with the physical store being closed. And when it does reopen, we have no understanding or guarantee of what we're going to be able to do in the new space. Hopefully it will be awesome and amazing, but you never know. So we've got our fingers crossed and we're doing our best to keep our heads above water. I think we'll be okay, but it is a little bit scary. So anything you can do to help boost the signal is always much appreciated. Deborah's watching. Hello from Fort Lauderdale. Hello, how are you? Yeah, we've been super busy here. I feel like it was a day that we did a lot of they call it biddy work. I don't know what y'all call it where y'all are, but it's one of those days where we did a lot of like paperwork. I'm helping. I'm curating. I'm not helping, but I am curating a show at the Metal Museum in Memphis, Tennessee. And so today there were some questions about like little things about, there's a lot of little details that you may not think about when you're doing that kind of work. And it has been super interesting to see that. If you're in the Memphis area from May through June 2nd, June 1st, somewhere around there, check it out because that will be at the Metal Museum. It's a show called No Place Like Home. And it's a group show featuring different makers and their ideas about home. And so I hope you all will enjoy that. I'm going to try to do a hashtag challenge out on Instagram and the like, and hopefully get other people involved. It is a short show and it is a small show. So unfortunately, I could only fit so many people in it, which I'm sad that I couldn't put more people, but I'm happy with the people that got that. We finalized, and we're working on contracts right now. So that's another thing that is happening. And yeah. So, anyways, so that's what I've been doing today. Part of what I've been doing today. I also found out that I won a scholarship to the one of the local places here, the Center for Metal Arts in Johnstown. We're super lucky to have them local. And yeah, so I won a scholarship. I'm going to be taking Sophie Glenn's class on making welded boxes, which is super helpful for me because that's something that I've always wanted to learn. It's something that I feel like will help take my work to the next level, quite literally in size, because a lot of the stuff I make is small. Um, and I think learning how to weld will help me make bigger, larger things. So I'm super excited about that. So I did some paperwork for them today. We also, last year, we won a Surf Plus, CERF Plus Get Ready grant, and that helped us to purchase the ventilation equipment for Star Cottage Studio. So we're doing some of the paperwork for that. You still have time if you want to submit to that. I don't know if folks outside of the US can apply for that, but I do know that you can do that if you are in the US. And it's a wonderful grant that helps artists make their studios a little bit more safe. So that's an option for you all out there. I believe it's about $500, and you can use that to purchase, a few different things to make your studio more safe. So I don't know what y'all do or how you might use that money. That would be an interesting question. How would you use that money? For us, one of the things that was super important is to increase ventilation at the cottage. Um, the windows at the Star Cottage studio, because it was a retail space and because they only operated certain times of the year, they had the windows don't open. So that's not really great for ventilation. It is a large space, so that helps. But it's still in the winter, and if you have all the doors closed, can get a little bit whiffy in there. It gets a little bit chemically with all the burnouts and whatnot. So ventilation was high up on our priority list of things that we needed to do so that we could comfortably and safely make in our studio. And that grant is available. So the deadline, I think, is in April. So I dearly hope that if you are in need of upgrades to your studio, you'll consider it, because you could apply for anti-slip kind of matting or fire resistant paint. There's all kinds of stuff that you could apply for. So I hope you all will check that out. We have a couple more folks that have tuned in on Instagram. Rosie is watching. Hey, Rosie. Deborah moved over to Instagram. So, yeah. Cindy says, shared your video. Thank you. So yeah, so we've been doing a little bit of that work. And yeah, we've got some new plans for the year ahead. And I hope that you all are excited for those plans as much as we are, which we'll share more as they develop. Facebook user said hi. Hello, Facebook user. If you want us to see who you are, sometimes StreamYard clocks out your sign in, and I don't know if there's like privacy settings or things that you have to do on your end. But if you go to the description of this video and click on it, there will be a link to StreamYard, and you can sign in, and then I can see who is talking. But if you want to be like ninja style and go incognito, that's fine as well. I see some more people tuned in. I'm not going to say that name because it sounds a little bit dirty. But we have some more people on Instagram watching. Anyway, so we've been busy with shipping and unpacking and repacking and reorganizing and getting things ready. So today I thought it might be nice to do a quick tutorial before we get into like the selling portion of this video. It's a real simple project. And if you've done any kind of work with square beads before, or cubes, then you may have done this already. I'm going to, as a perk for our Patreon people, I'm going to put the written instructions in the Patreon. So if you don't know what our Patreon, I'm going to put a banner up if I can find it. And there's our Patreon address. And I'm going for our Patreon patrons, I'm going to put the written instructions. So you don't really need them per se, but if, for those of you who like written instructions, they'll be available there. So for today, I'm just going to show you and walk you through step by step on how to do this. In the instructions on the worksheet that I'm providing in the Patreon, it'll show you how to attach clasps and stuff like that. So if you want to see that, then you can see that. So today we're going to focus on square or cube seed beads. I have a little bit of a hiccup um, because I started pricing everything, and then I realized that the 3x3s were mixed in with the 4x4s. So it may take a hot second for me to kind of organize that a little bit. I think I got to start, I got some kind of figured out, but yeah, so we're gonna have those. Like the past couple days, we're gonna have 20% off. So if you did not see the other day, we did 20% off on size 8 OC beads. And we had on our Delicas, we also had 20% off. These are things that are not on our website. So they are not on www.allegorygallery.com. These are things that were available in our physical location. So these are things that you can't get regularly on our website. So if you're like, oh, I'll just do that some other day, maybe not, because we don't regularly stock seed beads in our online store. So if you're interested in getting those from us, you can do that. We may do some more. I don't know. We have to talk about it. There's a lot of people who sell seed beads online. So that's one of the reasons why we're like, oh, should we sell some too? I don't know. Do you think we should regularly stock seed beads at allegorygallery.com? Let us know and we'll consider it. All right, let me take that banner down. Rosie says, both of you have been so busy. Hope you're getting some rest. Yes, that's something that I've been trying to prioritize more lately is getting rest and making sure that we're not overextending ourselves too much. I think that this new kind of change for us is something that it's something that we're adjusting to, and it's kind of a lifestyle change in the sense that yeah, we're just trying to be more healthy and be more considerate about our bodies and our health. A lot of our people that we know have had recent health issues, William included. And we just want to be a little bit more healthy. And so we've been a part of this move and this transition is kind of finding a better live work balance, because we were kind of burning the candle at both ends, trying to do the physical store 7 days a week, do lives 5 days a week, do D-Stash, do online sales, do tutorials, do YouTube, do all the things that we do, renovate properties, fix properties, get new equipment, take classes, all the things, learning new skills, teaching, all the things. So yeah, so that's one of those things where we're trying to find a more gentle, or I don't know if gentle is the right word because we're still busy, but a little bit more doable and less Herculean of a pace of living. So we are both trying to get more rest these days. So maybe that's why I haven't been as productive as normal, but we're just living life and trying to do our best. Sandra's watching. Hi, Sandra. Cindy says, I use seed beads a lot with everything. All right, so that's one vote for us to carry seed beads regularly on our website. So we'll see. There are just so many, excuse me, there are just so many seed beads out there, so many colors, finishes, and shapes. And they come out with new shapes every year that it's a little bit daunting to try to carry everything. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to start with certain shapes and then carry our favorite colors of those shapes and kind of like narrow down our focus. Sandra says, a more balanced life, right? That's the hope. Cindy says, stress is definitely hard on your body. Yeah, I agree with that. I think that's one of those things that triggered William's AFib. We were in the process of making some decisions, and my dad was sick, and he hadn't died at that point. But it was very stressful on us, and we had a lot of decisions to make, and William's other job burned down. And so there was a lot of stress. And if you've been watching any of our videos for any amount of time, William is very open about his struggles with anxiety. And so I think all of those things kind of ratcheted up his anxiety. And we were doing a lot of stuff and not eating very healthy. And he wasn't drinking enough water. And, all of those little things contributed to him having his heart go into AFib. So luckily, he's been able to manage his condition with medication and changes to his diet and lifestyle. And that's kind of the thing. We're trying to, not burn out our candles too early. Yeah. Before I digress too far into that, we're happy that you all are here and thankful that you all are tuning in and watching. We're grateful for your support, and hopefully you find value and enjoyment in these live videos. All right, who's ready? I'm not really ready, but I'm going to pretend like I am. Like I said just a little bit ago, if you're just tuning in, I am going to post the written instructions for this video on our Patreon, and that will be available to all levels of our Patreon patrons. So there's that. All right, I'm going to flip this around and get this kind of situated. We're not really super fancy here, so you're going to see the ceiling for a little bit. I feel like I'm doing us a disservice, and I should be talking about beets and pickles and olives because we only have 13 people watching right now, and we've only been on for like 22 minutes. So I'm like, what I got to do to get people to watch? But I noticed that some of my, like when I'm on, I don't get as many views as William does. Everybody has their favorites, right? Cindy said, no beats. Well, you know what? The beats get the people talking, right? Let's see. I'll drop this down a little bit lower. Settings, camera, back, ultra wide. All right, here you go. All right. So this is our table. For today's project, we've got, I'm going to use some Fireline. And the instructions that I wrote, oh no, I got this stuck. All right, let me see if I can get this out without breaking it. I got a needle stuck in there, so, oh, there we go. All right, so I've got this 6-pound Fireline that I'm using. It's a thermally bonded braided beading thread. I use this for a lot of my projects now. When I wrote the instructions for this project before, I used Nymo, and with that I used either Thread Heaven, which I don't know if they still make that anymore, or beeswax to condition the thread. And I do prefer that for this project. And the reason why is that it's a little bit looser. This is a little bit stiffer, I find. And the reason why I like it a little bit looser is that it has a little bit more of a drape to it, almost like a fabric, as opposed to a little bit stiff. So when you're working on this project and you are using this thermally braided beading thread, you just have to be mindful of that so that you don't end up with a bookmark. Because if you're too tight with your tension, it's very, very stiff and it won't bend. There's little things you can do to kind of create hinges in it. But as long as you're careful, you should not have any problems. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put down the mat and I'm going to put down the light and I'll get my seed beads ready for this project. This is designed to make a bracelet. So just so you know, this is designed to make a bracelet. I'm not going to make the whole thing. Usually it takes me about an hour and a half maybe to make this bracelet, sometimes a little bit longer if I'm slow about it. If I'm kind of just moving along, I can make this pretty quick. We used to make these in the shop all the time. I used to teach this class all the time. So anyway, I'm gonna put a mat down and then I'm gonna put the light on. All right. All right. So here's this, our indigo cloth. And I'm going to put this for color correction because it is showing up green. It's actually a beautiful denim blue. I'm going to show you 3 different colors because that's what this project requires. I've got this beautiful, bright kind of lime zesty green. I have this this is square B transparent green AB. These are 4x4 square beads. And then I need one more color. I think I'm going to do, let's do something. Let's do something different. All right. I'll let you pick. How about that? I'll let y'all pick. All right. So I've got a couple different options, and I'll let you pick. How about that? So these are going to be our base colors, and then we need one accent color. So I've got 3 colors up for consideration. We've got this. This will be A, and this is going to be sparkling purple lined aqua luster 4x4 square bead. This will be option A. We've got this one, matte transparent light tea rose. This will be option B. And then we have the final choice, and this will be option C. This is a transparent smoky amethyst. So they'll go with these colors. And let's see. So this is A, this is B, and this is C. Do you like it? This is option A. This is option B. And then this is option C. All right. So I've got 1 vote for A so far. And that's the only vote I have so far. So if you want to help me design this, you've got A, B, and C. I've got one for C. I've got another one for A. All right. Anybody else? So far, this is the winner chicken dinner. Anybody else? A, B, and C. So far, A is in the lead. Let's see. We might change it up. All right. This seems to be like the winner. So we're going to go with A. It may be hard to see on this background because it like blends in perfectly. So that's kind of a thing that's going to be a consideration for this project today. But I picked these 3 colors and you helped me pick this one. But I think we may change it up. Let's change this one to be the accent color, this matte one, and we'll have these be our 2 primary colors. How about that? Because they're the most similar, I feel. And this is kind of like the pop. All right. So how about that? All right. So we're going to take our fire line. This is a 6-pound. Oh, and we'll need a stop bead. Normally, I don't mess with stop beads if I can help it. But we do need a stop bead for this project. And it really doesn't matter what it is, just as long as you have one. Because if you don't have a stop bead, it makes this project a little bit tricky. All right, so let's take this. We've got our fire line. We're going to cut off 1 wingspan. I know somebody said, oh, humans don't have wings. You know what? I get that. You know, it's not like I don't have eyes. But that's what they call it. So I'm just going to cut off 1 wingspan with this thread cutter. And then I'm going to thread my needle. And I'm going to string on, let me put this. I don't want to split my thread. I kind of got that messed up. Let me cut that again. Let me get that again. All right. It's always tricky to do that on camera, but one time I watched this video and somebody was doing a live presentation and it took them like 35 minutes to string their needle. And I was like, this is kind of painful. So hopefully we're not going to have that be an issue. Oh, you know what would also help is some light. That would be great to have that. Now, sometimes I find with stringing the fire line on the needle, you kind of have to press it down a little bit, and then that helps it fit through the eye of the needle. Ali says, you thread and needle and thread so well and quick. I don't know if that was that quick, but and so I've got these. I'm going to put the light on. I don't know how that. How about that? What? Light? Let there be light. Okay, we're going to put that filter up so we don't go blind. All right, so I'm going to put this stop bead on. And I'm going to pass it down. I'm going to give myself maybe a 3 or 4 inch tail. I don't know if y'all can see that. So I strung that on. And I'm going to take my needle and go up through that bead again. And that's just going to lock things into place and make sure that everything doesn't spill all over the countryside. All right, so for the sake of convenience, I'm going to call this color A, this color B, and this color C. I know there's a lot of letters today, A, B, and C. And the reason why is when you're doing this pattern or any pattern, sometimes when you're describing it, it can get real tedious real fast if you're like, string one transparent green AB finish, then string one blue transparent AB purple line core, extra crystal sparkle nation wonderful XYZ. So I'm just going to reduce that down to A, B, and C. We're going to use way more of A and B and way less of our C. That's going to be our accent color. I made that choice real fast once we picked out that. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to spill out. So these ones, did y'all know this? So there's a lock on these. And this makes it so that when you hang these up, you don't have suffering in your life. So all you have to do, I've seen people struggle real hard to get these off. All you have to do is twist this until this isn't lined up with that hole. And then it goes off way easier. See, way easier. I've seen people struggle their whole life looking like they're going to get their tooth and claw out to get these seed bead containers open. All you have to do is twist it a little bit. It makes it way more easy. All right, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of that out. That's our A color. I'm going to temporarily put that cap on, not too hard. And then I've got this, and this is going to be our B color, which you can't see because it blends in with the fabric, but y'all pick that color. So we're going to go with it. And then we're going to put just a little bit of this. Just a little bit. Now, these are all 4x4. So if you want to change the scale of this bracelet, they come in two sizes, 4x4 and 3x3. So there's that. All right. So I'm going to pick up 3 of these A color. All right. 3 of these A color. I'm going to walk it down to the end of that stop bead right there. All right. See how that stop bead keeps it from falling over? Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hold this, I'm going to flip this, and I'm going to pick up another of these A beads. And what I'm going to do is going to basically make a circle. So the thread's coming out of here. I'm going to go up through this bead. So it's coming like this. And then it's going to go down through that last bead in that sequence of 3. All right. And it's super important. It's actually maybe a little bit easier if you don't turn it over just yet. And they're going to lock together like this. All right. And so you've got the tail coming out, your working thread coming out of here. You're going to go back through here on the bead that you just added and go through that. And there you go. And that's going to be adding 1 bead. This does take a little bit of time, especially at the beginning, because you've got a little bit, you've got a little bit of thread to move through. But right now you have this little L shape. All right. And I see Danette's joined us. Hello, Danette. Allie's watching. Hey, Allie. I'm going to pick up another one of these A beads. I'm going to go down through this bead. It's from here to here and then up through that bead that I'm adding right now. You kind of have to do that at an angle. If you have any Wonkadoodle ones, this is a Wonkadoodle one. So this one is not, I mean, it'll work, but, oops. So I should have looked at that a little bit closer. If you ever add something that you don't want take the butt end of your needle where the eye is and pass it back through. If you use the tip of your needle to pass back through, you have a chance of sewing it into your project or splitting your thread, and then you'll never get that out. So just use the back end of your needle. I'm going to take this, I'm going to set this aside for another project for another day. All right. I am showing square stitch. All right, so down through this one. Oop, I got a little bit aggressive with my tension there. Got caught up. And then, but anyway, so I've got that. That kind of made a mess. Let me pull that taut. They'd be like, don't do this. All right, so this one got added. I put that in there. I probably put that upside down. There you go. No, I didn't. Here we go. It got flipped. All right, the first part is always a little bit jankety because, so it should look like this. All right. Once this gets started, it's way easier. But at the first, you kind of have to have the right tension, and it's kind of tricky to do that underneath the camera. So I went up through this bead, and that's going to lock it in place and make it a little bit tighter. Like I said earlier, you don't want to go too tight, because if you go too tight, what can happen is this will be real stiff, and it'll be less fabric-like and more like a bookmark, and then you'll have the sadness in your heart. So I'm going to add another one of these A colors. I picked it up. I'm going to go down through the first of those 3 beads of the initial row, like so. And then I'm going to go up through that bead that I just added. I'm going to just gently tug that into place. See? Easy peasy. All right, so I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to do this again. So pick up a bead, go down through this, and then up through the bead that you just added. All right, make sure you pull all of your threads so you don't end up with these great big threads hanging out all over the place. So you pick up a bead, you go down through the second in that one, and then you go up through that bead that you just added, and then pull taut. All right, so the next one, same thing. It's very repetitive, but it's very meditative. I feel like this is such a great beginner project because, once you get rolling, it's very, very satisfying. It comes together pretty easily, and I like that. All right, so I'm gonna flip this over, and I'm gonna work on the next element of this design. So I'm gonna pick up this blue bead, which is our B color. I'm gonna go down through that. I'm gonna go up through the bead that I just added. I'm gonna pick up another blue bead, go through that A, that second A there in the middle. And then I'm going to go back up through the B bead that we just added. And you may be like, why is he doing the thread like that? Well, part of the reason why you do, okay, let's be truth tellers. Sometimes the beads, despite where they're from and the best intentions of the manufacturers, there are some that are like this. That is not a good bead to use for this project. So just set that aside, use that in some fringe or some bead tapestry or something. but don't use it for this project. Just set that aside and use it for something else. And one of the reasons why I'm acting kind of weird with my movements is because I've got all these cords and bone and all kinds of stuff. Normally, I would suggest to have both feet flat on the ground, face forward. Don't crane your neck too hard, because if you crane your neck real hard, you'll get neck problems. So it's good to be aware of your body ergonomics. So I've just finished that row, the first row and that second element. I'm going to flip it over. All right. So here's where things are going to get a little bit different. We're going to add a bee bead, just like we did with the other row. And we're going to go down through the first one in there on that previous row, up through this new bead. And then here's where we're going to have a little bit of different. We're going to pick up a C bead and add it. And that's going to add a little something, something to our design. And it's going to change it up. That way we don't get bored to tears and then be like, oh, it's just, I mean, it looks cool if you just do one color, but this is what's going to add a little spice. Y'all like spice? I'm going to add another bee bead, go down through that last one in the previous row, and up through that bee bead. And there you go. Okay, so this is what we've got so far. I'm going to flip this over, pick up a bee bead, go through that last one in the previous row, and then up through this. Now, this is kind of like a ladder stitch, except it's a little bit more secure, I feel. I feel like a ladder stitch is a little bit more wavy gravy, and the only way to like beef up that is to go through multiple times. This is kind of almost has a loomed effect. You're kind of creating your own rows. It has a very loom effect look. So if that's something that you're interested in, then there you go. All right. So all you have to do is then, once you complete this segment, is repeat this over and over and over until the end of time. So actually not. So you'll repeat this first element right here, and then you repeat the second element here, and then you just continue like that. What do y'all think? Easy peasy, huh? This is a great beginner project. It's something that most people find success with. Where it gets a little funky is if your beads are not perfectly shaped, and the tension. So that's where it can get a little bit funky, but for the most part, it's pretty easy. Now, you can do this in any kind of variation. So if you wanted to make stripes, like a row of green, a row of blue, a row of green, you can play around with this. You don't necessarily have to do this, but this is probably the easiest way to imagine kind of like the variations and the kind of like quilt. They're almost like quilt squares or granny squares. Where you've got this really basic design, and then you can embellish this. So this is what I call a foundation stitch, where this is like the start, and you can work with the start and have a lot of success with the start, but then you can build on top of it. So with this project, you are going to see some of the thread on the side. Some projects you don't have that, and with this you do have that. And where sometimes that can be a bad thing, because sometimes if you have thread showing, it's a place where people can catch things and it can get caught up on stuff. But with this, it provides an opportunity. So say you make your bracelet alternating by elements in the first element and the second element, and then you're done. You can leave it plain like that, or you can go back on top of it and embellish the side, because you can see there's ample size holes and you've got these thread bridges. So you can do brick stitch on top of that because it's got the thread bridge exposed. You can do a picot kind of edge. You can go in and out, add a coral fringe, a coral branch fringe off to the side. You can go wild adding embellishments. You can add fringe, regular fringe. All you have to do is string some beads, and you put a stop bead, and then you pass it back through the beads that you added, and then you just continue that. You can add that, and it can be a really great foundation stitch. Um, and you can also build on the front of this as well. So when you go through the beads, just go up through here, and then you can sew elements on top of this. So for example, I made a piece and I used sequins, and I covered the whole front of my project with sequins, and it looked really sharp. And so a lot of my samples are packed up, so I don't have any of those samples here to show you. But that's a really great and easy way to use square stitch as a foundation stitch for a lot of different projects. So you take those foundations and you use those in combination with other foundation stitches, and that's where you kind of make things your own and put your own spin on it. All right. So if you're interested in the written instructions on how to do this, join our Patreon. It's not terribly hard. I've already described it, but if you are interested, if you're somebody who enjoys those written instructions, those I'm going to add those tonight. All right. Oops. All right. And so here you go. So I'm going to put this off to the side, and then you can see that. All right. So there you go. Easy peasy. So let's start showing you some things for sale. Now I'm going to put the banner up on how to claim things. Now I am going to remind people, make sure you get our email address correct, because there's been a couple people who have been claiming things, but they've been using the wrong email address. And so they haven't been getting things. And they're like, how come I haven't been getting things? And the way that you can get things is to purchase from this video, take down each lot number, and send it to us in an email at info@allegorygallery.com. And that's how you can do that. Now, if you are a new customer, or if you've moved, or you're temporarily in the Bahamas or whatever, make sure you supply us with a current shipping address. Some of you I'm friends with personally on Facebook, but I have to be honest in saying that I don't always keep up with what everybody is doing all the time. So we had somebody who is currently on the road, and it sounds really cool, but I did not know that they were on the road. And so they're like, I wanted my packages forwarded to the campground that I'm at. I was like, I didn't know that. So if you are needing your packages shipped to somewhere different than normal, please, please, please let us know. If you've moved like we have recently, please, 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 please let us know so that we can adjust that. If you're new, please, please, please let us know so that we can charge the proper sales tax. Unfortunately, that's something that we are required by law to submit. So, that's something we have to do. So if you're in the state of Pennsylvania, we have to charge sales tax. If you're outside of it, I don't think we do, but William would be the person who is talking about that. So there you go. All right. So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to get into the selling. So if you are interested in any of these beads tonight, take down the lot number and send it to us in an email. And yeah, so easy peasy. Let me go grab the first lot and then we're going to go from there. Looks like I'm doing limbo. You can't see it, but there's all these cords everywhere. All right. Oh, we have a couple more people watching on Instagram. Thank you so much. Lynn is watching. Chris is watching. We've got a couple other people. And there you go. All right. So up first is SQSB1. That stands for Square Seed Bead 1. All right. And only $2.50 a tube. I have 14 of these tubes available. And the first color we've got is this one. This is a 4x4 square bead silver lined emerald. So is that the color we used? No, that's not the color we used. Slightly different. Beautiful color, very vibrant, great for St. Patrick's Day if you're making anything for that. Lovely, dark, rich. It's silver lined, so it gives it a little bit of something in there. I'm not going to take these out of the tube because it's kind of a headache to do. We have 14 of these available. So if you need those, let me pull up the mail. Oh, I see a couple folks have claimed some. That's SQSB1. Thank you so much for claiming those. And let me pull this thing up. I get this on the same time. Hold up. All right, here we go. All right, so I've got 14 of these tubes available. That's SQSB1. Whoop. And you're saving 20% off tonight. Okay, I've got 14 of these. All right, moving along. Let's do the next one. I must have had this in mind for a project because I ordered a bunch. This is SQSB2. There are 29 of these available. And these are a square bead 4x4, 4mm by 4mm, matte transparent green. Those are lovely. Those are slightly different than the ones that we just showed. The other ones have a silver line. These do not have a silver line. So they kind of almost glow a little bit more. I do like the silver. It gives a little bit of that metallic luster to it. But these ones, they're matte. So they kind of have like that. And they're transparent. So they kind of have that, that old kind of glassware. It kind of reminds me of that. I have a couple pieces of that somewhere around the house. We used to use those as bowls at the store. So I've got 29 of SQSB2 available. They're only $2.50 a tube. If you're interested in that, send us an email at info@allegorygallery.com. Oh, good. I see a couple more claims for these beads. Thank you. I'm glad you all seem to like them. So this is another great kind of verdant green that would be great for some Wizard of Oz themed, or there's a show that I'm curating called No Place Like Home. They're going to paint the walls a color like this. So I think that's going to look really sharp. All right, so that's SQSB2. Um, I was going to say only 29 of these available, but 29, that's like a lot for us. Usually we have like 3 or 2, but tonight we have a little bit more. All right, up next, I'm working through the colors, so up next, we've got some more green beads, but these are going to be a little bit different. This is SQSB3. I've got 15 of these available, and they're these ones. All right. And these ones are 4x4 square bead matte transparent chartreuse AB. That's a mouthful, y'all. Square bead matte transparent chartreuse AB. There you go. These are lovely, by the way. I like them. Only 15 tubes available. Each tube is $2.50 for the tube, and you get all these. These have a nice little rainbowy luster to them, which I think is nice. And it's got that beautiful kind of limey green chartreuse. If you've ever had that drink, I read this book a long time ago by Poppy Z. Bright, and they have this thing where they're drinking chartreuse. It's like absinthe, y'all. And if you like absinthe, maybe you like that. But it felt like I was drinking the spice cabinet. So that was not for me. Alice is very fun and day glow. Yeah, they have a little bit of glow to them. I like that. All right, so that's SQSB3. All right, and I have 15 of those tubes available. Oh, I see a couple more claims for those. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. All right, moving along. We've got SQSB4. These are slightly less. These are $2.25. There's also only 15 of these available, and they are 4x4 square bead transparent green. So these are kind of like the other ones, except they're not matte. So this is the original price. You get 21%, 22% off. I rounded down for y'all so that it's an even number and not this like wackadoodle number. So $2.25 a tube. There are 15 of these tubes available. You don't have the kryptonite, Superman gotta pay. Here you go. You gotta have that lucky leprechaun. You gotta make that lucky bracelet so you don't get pinched. There you go. All right. So this is SQSB4, $2.25. All right. So there you go. I'm moving on to the next color. This one is ta-da! SQSB5, $2.50 again. And this is 4x4 square bead matte transparent chartreuse. These are kind of like SQSB3, except no AB. So this is them, and they don't have that rainbow. So these are a little bit kind of glowy in that way. I think these are the ones we use for our project. Those are the ones in our project. So if you want to see that, that's that one right there. All right. So I've got these. I'm going to grab some more, and it's going to take me a minute. So what are you all having for dinner? Are you having anything good for dinner tonight? I don't know what we're having for dinner tonight. I made the leftovers last night for lunch, so it's going to be interesting. I think we got like spaghetti or something. But yeah, all right. One moment, please. So I've got some other sizes of seed beads for y'all tonight. Not just the 4x4s. If you do use the project that is in the Patreon, I believe those are 4x4s. So you just kind of have to play around and get that the right size for the clasp. So instead of 3, you might have to use 4. All right. Oh, and this is watching. Cheryl says avocado and a hard-boiled egg on toast. That sounds good. I like a good avocado toast. William does not like avocado, so we don't usually have that. So whenever I go and travel by myself, I indulge in the avocado toast. All right, so this is SQSB6. It's $2.50 a tube. I have 12 of these tubes available. This is 4x4 square bead transparent green AB. So this is the other color that we did in our project. That was our color A in our little project that we started off tonight with. So if you're interested in recreating that colorway that I showed, this is SQSB6, and that's $2.50 a tube. I have 12 tubes available. All right. So up next, we're going to do a little size change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is where it's nice to have William because he can talk and I can price things out. All right, let me move this. What else are y'all eating tonight? I think we're just gonna have spaghetti. We haven't had that for a while, and sometimes that hits the spot. But I want meatballs. Somebody was talking about having spaghetti and meatballs the other night. All right, so this is SQSB7, $2.50 a tube. So it's a little bit over 20% off. And this is different. This is different, y'all. This one is not like the last ones we showed. These are 3x3s, not 4x4s. So take a look, y'all. It's got that kryptonite green. You're going to take down Superman. You're going to help Lex Luthor. There you go. All right. So that's 3x3 square beads, silver lined olivine. Oh, is that William? Or is it the cat's thunderdoming? It'd be good if he's here because then I can just price off camera. All right. So that's 3x3 square beads, silver lined olivine. And those are 3x3s. I have 10 of those available. All right, you don't have to. All right, so, all right, so we've got that. This is SQSB8. These are another 3x3. And these are a brighter green, and the other one's got a little bit more yellow. This has a little bit more blue. This is a 3x3 silver lined emerald, and those are real pretty. You gonna do any of that that Wizard of Oz business? Here you go. Oh no, Michelle said it's flooding there again. That's scary. All right, so that's SQSB8. I have 11 of those 3x3 beads available. Tubes are 3x3. All right. Now, if you don't know how to claim and you're new to us or it's been a while, the way that you do that is by taking the lot number and putting it in an email, the subject line of a new email, not a reply to an email, but a new email, and sending it to info@allegorygallery.com. It's scrolling at the bottom of the little page here, right here. I know on Instagram it's a little bit trickier because you can't really see. But William's here.
Hello, everybody.
Did you bring anything to show?
I did not. Oh, I did.
Where's your yield?
Let me go get it.
Show the yield, William.
How's it going?
Okay. He's yeah, so there's that. So if you're interested in claiming these, that's how you do that. Send us an email at info@allegorygallery.com. Oh, good. I see a couple more people have sent in requests for the last couple ones. Thank you. Yeah, this is a beautiful kind of menagerie of green. Maybe not menagerie. What's a good word for green so far? We've just done green so far. So I hope y'all like green. If you don't like green, then it's not that great. Okay, we're going to take an intermission, y'all. William is going to show his yield. Say hi, William.
I did. Hello, everybody.
Y'all not going to say hi to William?
What are you doing?
He's going to cry. He's going to think
you're people online?
Who am I correcting? That's just my way, William. I am called the bad cop. He's the good cop. They like the good cop. He's nice. Me, I'm like this. I'm gonna spank y'all. If y'all like that.
Oh my goodness, it's getting wild. What happened when I leave?
No, when you come here, then I get wild. When I'm over by myself, I'm like this. Let's all do hard work.
Uh-huh. I saw you did a tutorial.
What?
I didn't see it, but I saw it.
Good.
I was working.
Good.
Okay, everybody. Hello, everybody.
How's it going?
How's everybody doing today? Let me move this up because I got some pottery to show y'all.
And it's not going to fit under that 2x2 inch
No.
from the surface?
No.
Michelle,
Cindy said he was pretty much was good till now. Andrew was leading well. Good, good.
Who said that?
Huh? Allie said that.
Oh.
And then Cindy said the other one. Who's all here with us? Lots of people. Where's Barnaby, says Allie.
I locked the cats out.
Andrew's doing a great job, says Cheryl.
No.
Yes to seeing pottery, says Marianne.
Yeah, we have a little pottery break. I didn't see anything yet.
Okay, this is my first little pottery piece.
That looks good.
This is a cute little bowl. Super,
I like that.
I got it super light. Even my teacher, she's like, that's lighter than a lot of, than even like a lot of like mass-produced things. She was very proud of me.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. So this is a little one. It had a little bit of a run here, but it didn't go to the bottom. I just need to sand the bottoms. And then this one will get put in the online store. A little baby. Anybody like that one? Boy, these colors. I don't know. Is this better?
That looks better.
Is this better?
My eyes.
Usually I do it from like up here.
Get that helicopter.
I know. I can't hold it up there though. There, I think that's better.
That's what you're going to have because I'm not going to do it.
So here is that little bowl. And then,
Does it go well with the colors we're working with tonight?
and then I made this tumbler. It has this little lip on it
That looks nice.
that I made. I like putting little things at the bottom oftentimes. So I made this little lip and the glaze dripped down to it.
That's
And
for
finish.
fancy.
This one's a little bit more heavy on the bottom, but I wanted it so that it doesn't tip. I don't like things to tip over when they're mugs and stuff.
That's like sometimes I'm top heavy,
Top heavy.
bottom heavy.
Marianne loves the cute little bowl.
And that lip a nice detail. Kind of has what they call that, craftsman style to it a little bit.
I don't know. I thought about putting like holes in here so that it could be like a thing for plants or something, but I kind of just liked it as it was. And if you drip, you drink out of it and you drip, it goes down to the lip and doesn't spill all over you, right? Because I have that problem sometimes. It's good for red wine, right? So it doesn't spill on your table. Exactly.
You don't even drink red wine.
I do not. That's why these are for sale. And then and then I made a little plate that I left just one glaze on this side, the brown, and then did the double on the inside.
That looks nice.
So this is kind of like 3 in the same glaze. Allie says, hey, it has a Picasso-y like finish, right?
Yeah,
kind of. So this is my little plate. And then these are the ones I liked the best. But one of them ended up cracking a little bit. I was very upset. So this is this bowl. And these have nice solid kind of bases, but they're nice and thin up here, which I was very happy about how that came out. A little bit of blue in here. I add a little extra down here. There's a little bit of blue throughout. And my teacher, she's like, what glaze did you use? So this is a combination of 2. And she said both of those glazes, neither one of them are shiny. But when they came together, it made a very glossy finish. Because this is, it's similar to this one that normally would be a matte finish like this. Yeah. Allie says, ooh, looks raku-y, right? I really like how this came out. And then part of this little series was another little bowl. This one is super light. I was very impressed with myself on that one. It's super light.
Good job.
So this is done with the same. I did like a 3-bowl set with these ones, with this glaze. So it was like that. And then this is the one, it's my favorite bowl. I might just keep it, but it cracked right here and right here. And I don't know if anybody would want it that way.
Let me see. Where is it?
Right there and right there.
Oh, that's hardly noticeable.
I know, little cracks, but this was supposed to be like a big, medium, and little bowl kind of set that I was doing.
Maybe we'll smear some gold in it in the crack.
That's what I said. Maybe that's what I told her too. I said we're gonna kitsugi that.
Though you know what? That's a pain in the butt.
I bet.
They make it sound like so easy on Instagram. It's not.
Oh, Alex says you can kitsugi that. Yep, that's what I'm thinking about doing. I may just keep this anyway for myself because I love
Oh, good.
how it got the shades of blue to the brown. It's like tiger eye, but it's like blue tiger eye and brown, like regular yellow tiger eye. I really like these. So that's what I got.
Nice.
That's what I got back.
Is there any more?
No, there's no more for now.
What did you work on in class?
So in class today, I made 4 more vessels. People keep asking me if I'm doing any more with handles. So I made 4. Well, I made 3 that probably will be suitable to put handles on. The other one might be a little bit too kind of like round, like hand holding, kind of like this.
You know what this kind of reminds me of? Of those
This one.
Those bowls that have like the speckle. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
We used to have one at the apartment and then it cracked. It was the Beloved bowl.
I don't remember.
It was made of Malame or whatever that is.
Oh, yes. I do remember that now.
What is the last number that we did? It's on the floor. 8.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't get very far.
I see that.
Oh, wow.
But you did a project. That was a nice change of pace.
Did people miss that? Probably.
Did you like the project Andrew's doing with y'all? What do you think of that, everybody? What's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? How many people are out there? We got 12 people right now.
They don't like me.
Oh.
Everybody hates me. I'm going to eat some worms.
Wendy Joe Metal Design is out there on Instagram with us.
She's famous.
Joined us. Thank you for joining us as I'm showing pottery. Allie says, yes. Nice project, said Marianne. What'd you make? This little thing?
Mm-hmm. If they go on our Patreon, then they get the full written instructions.
Oh, nice.
So
He's been busy on the Patreon over there.
I'm trying to make it worth y'all money so we get more people.
Get more people to sign up. So that's my haul, but I made 3 more pieces that are going to be destined for handles. I do not drink out of, I was talking about this with my teacher today because she's the same way. We both don't drink out of things with handles. So for us, making handles is like a weird thing. Like I would drink out of this, like this could have had a handle on it.
It looks very suggestive when you pull off handles.
Yeah, it does. But also it's just
sensual way.
Yeah, if you do it that way. Yeah, we also can cut them out. I did that on some of mine. But yeah, I drink out of tumblers, and that's pretty much all that I drink out of. If I have tea, I guess I use a handled thing. But so for me to make handled things, it's a little bit weird. But people are asking if I'm making more, and I said I would try and make some more. So I threw 4 things today. I have 2 other things that are ready to be glazed. They're very large. They're pretty large bowls. They're like this big, and they're ready to be glazed. I didn't get to that today. We had so many people in class. The tables were all taken up.
What?
Yeah, I know.
That's good for her.
Yeah. The other helper instructor was there, and
what's her name?
Shay is there, and then I'm like, what? And then our friend Amanda was there.
Which Amanda?
Brown.
Oh.
Was there.
Long time no see.
I know, that's what she said. She said, I'm sorry I didn't get to your store before you closed, but by the time I saw the news and heard of it, and then you were already gone. I said, I get it.
So you don't check our Facebook?
No, she works long, hard hours.
Oh, never mind. I was gonna guilt her.
No, don't guilt her.
She's busy.
Teresa says, I don't like handles either. Even my wine glasses are tumblers. Yeah, I don't use a lot of handled stemware or glassware, I guess.
You know why they have stems and handles?
So you don't heat or warm the stuff.
With your fingers.
Like the wine. When you pour white wine, you're supposed to hold it by the stem, even though that looks so weird. But it's so that you don't warm up the wine with your hand.
You know, some things that you have that so that it does warm it up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, red wine, that's like the goblets are very large and you can hold them underneath the goblet because it doesn't matter if you heat up that wine.
It's supposed to
it's
like
supposed to
bring
be
out the flavors.
the
or
bouquet.
something.
So yeah, this is my pottery, and this will be, I got to sand off the bottoms, and then these will be up for sale if anybody wants anything.
Do you have your phone on?
I do.
I need the calculator. Thanks.
Allie says I try not to have handles because I bump them. That's another thing too. That's another thing. Boy, I really like how this glaze turned out. I was super happy with that. This is a combination of two glazes. And I like how it has some matte places on it and then some glossy. Marion says, since I prefer white wine, I use stemware. Makes sense. Makes sense.
All right, are you ready?
Are you all ready for more beads? You got beads ready, Andrew?
Correct.
Okay, let me put this away carefully.
Don't be busting it up. You just got it done.
I know. I gotta try and sell it. See if anybody wants it. Hopefully, people will like it. I need to start working on getting a pottery set up here at the house done.
Yeah, one of these days.
One of these days, in amongst everything else, we'll get that done too. For now, I'm happy with what I've been making. It's been pretty good. Okay, let me get out of the way.
No, not out of the way.
What?
You show.
Why me?
Because you want a price tag?
What are you doing down there?
Don't get wild, William.
Don't
You know that
get
when
wild.
you're here, you have to do the talking.
Oh, I should have stayed later.
Nah, what are you going to do? Wipe the table?
I even left a little early today.
Huh. Here you go.
Which way? That's the first one. Oh. Okay. All right. What are we doing? SQSB. SQSB number 9, everybody. I like the light up here. That light looks good now. Is that light better? You like that light better? Mary says, that's why Andrew was so pleased to see you, William. I know, make me do the work.
Correct.
So these are 3x3.
I don't want to do the work today.
These are, that's what I said. I said, I don't want to go to pottery today. I was just in a mood. And Andrew's like, you're going. And then I threw 4 things right away. Not right away. I mean, it takes a while, but nothing, no breaking, no failures. I had a really good throwing day today with brown speckle clay, which I really like. All right. This is 3x3 square beads. And these are transparent chartreuse. Transparent chartreuse. Now, I think you had earlier the chartreuse that was 4x4, and these ones were matte, right? Did you have transparent ones too? No, just the mattes. So these are the 3x3s, and these are transparent chartreuse. I love this bright neon green color. It is so nice. It is so like spring. These were $264. Andrew's giving you best friend price of $225. There are 11 of these tubes available. SQSB9. If you'd like to purchase that, send SQSB9 in the subject line of an email to info@allegorygallery.com. That's up here and also scrolling down here. Please do not reply to your own emails if you are sending us emails. Start a new one each time. It causes a lot of confusion if you reply to your own every time. And you miss out, or very possibly miss out. I try my best to help you. All right. So a few of these have been sold so far. Thank you so much. 11 of them available. We got a lot of these. Got a lot of these.
I don't know why.
Andrew needs to make some more square projects because we got a lot of these ones. So buy them up, y'all. $2.25 a tube. That's a great deal. And these are probably old prices anyway.
It is old prices.
All right. So grab those. and SQSB9. If you have any questions, please ask them while we're going here. We'll be happy to answer as much as we can. Hey, Jen, the Giggly Gypsy joined us. Hey, howdy, hey, she says over on Instagram. Hello, Jen. Thanks for tuning in over there.
She's going to film tomorrow.
We are going to film with her tomorrow. We got a new something coming up.
Is there any hints, Jen?
Are there any hints, Jen, what we're doing?
Or not?
She's like, I got to figure it out yet, probably. It's like me. We got a little bit of time yet. Sometimes we're ahead of the game, y'all, and sometimes we're not. That's just the way the world works, right? I think so. I think so. Says, yeah, it's going to be a total last minute surprise. Jen has had family in this week because it is her birthday. I believe it's her and her dad's birthday. Am I right on that? They have a joint birthday celebration, I think. They came into town. The whole family's into town. So she has been busy. Cindy said, I better want to transpose the Q and the B. Don't worry, I'm not going to be looking at them that closely. All you got to do is put something about SQSB10. As long as that number's in there, we're gonna find that and figure that out. So you don't have to put anything else in the subject line. SQSB10, hit send. That's all you got to do. If you want more than one, put SQSB10 times 2 times 3. You don't have to say bid. You don't have to say want. You don't have to say mine. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to say one. You don't have to say the price. You don't have to say anything else because we take care of that on this end. Just put SQSB10 in the subject line and hit send. It makes it super easy that way. We know it's not as easy sometimes sending emails as some of the other things, but it is the way that works the best for us. These are 3x3. They have SB3. That's square bead 3, which is kind of weird because we were doing SBs yesterday. It threw me off. 3x3, matte silver-lined green. Matte silver-lined green. So there's silver in there, y'all. And it lines the core of these to give you that little flash that you see, that kind of chatoyance that you're going to see through that green bead. These were $3.15. They're a little bit more expensive sometimes with the silver lining. Andrew's giving you a best friend price of $2.50 a tube, only 13 tubes available. This is kind of like a beautiful evergreen color. I love all the greens. And, well, I shouldn't say that. Sometimes there are some greens that are not so great.
What is it?
Like, I'm gonna call it the baby poop green.
You know, even that, I don't mind.
There is a British car color that we endearingly used to call baby poop green. And every time we saw a car with it, we're like, why would you do that to yourself? But hey, some people really like that color.
You know, there's a yarn company and they call it Goose Turd.
Goose Turd.
And that's the official name of the color.
That's I've seen Goose Turds.
And you know what? It went viral, so somebody was thinking.
They got yep, there you go.
Did y'all see them? I guess AMC released these special the movie theaters. They released these special popcorn holders for Dune #2, and I guess it's going viral because it has a very sensual look about it.
Oh no, I did not see that. I've not been on the internet much. Have y'all seen that?
I know. She said she went to go see the movie. I don't know if she got to see them special popcorn holders.
All right. This is SQSB10, $2.50 a tube. There are 13. That's crazy. We went crazy when we bought these. Said we're going to do a lot of squares and didn't. SQSB10, 13 tubes, $2.50, not $3.15. Best friend price for y'all for this video only, $2.50. All right. Just send us an email, y'all. Send us an email. What's everybody been up to? Did you do the grateful thing today? What's everybody grateful for today? Didn't do it? I am grateful that I had a great pottery class. I am also grateful that the thing that fell on our car did not do too much damage. We had a little wall fall on our car. I think Andrew told you if you just joined in, that's what I'm talking about. Just did a little bit of a denting, nothing too much. Appa is okay, a little bruised, but okay.
Looks like me.
Me too.
Yeah, you all bruised.
I am bruised up like crazy from our move.
Yeah, I
but-
have something feel like somebody hit me with a stick in the behind. And I was like, what is this from?
Okay, y'all, get ready for these. These are super pretty. SQSB 11, $2.50. 5 tubes only. You're going to just want these. So just send us an email now. You don't even need to see them. These are 4x4 square bead mix called Masquerade Ball.
I like this sound.
Masquerade Ball. Does that not look like a masquerade ball? Look like all those peacock colors with some orange in there.
Isn't that pretty?
You got some blues, you got some greens, you got some ambers, some yellows.
That sounds very festive.
Stunning. I can see masquerade. I see masks with peacock feathers.
That's like that cover of that YA book.
Very fancy masquerade ball.
That court or something, something.
Cindy's grateful it's a new day. So we're recovering from a biopsy. That's a good thing to be grateful for, right? Marianne sorted some gemstones, lots of carnelians. That's good. They're pretty, says Allie, right? These are beautiful. There are only 5 of these available. SQSB 11. There are now down to 4 of these available. Aren't they beautiful? I think so. I think everybody would want these. Look at those teal blues. That's like indicolite in there.
Yeah, I love indicolite.
I know you do. I know you do. Sometimes it looks a little bit green. Sometimes it looks a little bit blue. Masquerade Ball. 4x4 square bead mix. Not $3.15 a tube, which that would have been a totally okay price too. They're $2.50. Get them while they last. Otherwise, the price goes up. They're going to the new store. Or not. Maybe not. Depends if we have room. Huh?
He hates the CD. Why you hate the CD?
I'm just saying, there may not be any room for these.
Oh, go cry.
Go cry, seed beads. Go cry. All right. Next up, we got another beautiful mix. Any earthbenders out there? You got some earthbenders. This is SQSB12. This is the Good Earth mix. 4x4 square bead. Look at that. That's some good earth right there. You got some browns, you got some greens, you got some oranges with that clay color in there. Beautiful. Marianne, this will go with your carnelians. Stunning, beautiful mix. And there are 12 of these available. SQSB12, $2.50. If y'all haven't already, please hit the like, please hit the love, please hit the thumbs up if you're over there on YouTube. And also, please share this video on your social media networks. Send it to your timelines. Let people know we exist. You know, we are a mix of a bead store and kind of an art store, an art gallery. We have lots of different things. We are not just beads. We got lots of art. Sometimes that confuses people, but it also means that it can reach a lot of different people for different things. Some people may not want beads, but they love art. Maybe they're not so into the art, but they want the beads or the gemstones or the pendants or the findings. So please share us on your social media networks, even if you think none of your friends like beads, because we do so much more than just beads.
We had people who found us and they saw something in the background of one of our photos and we told them that.
Yeah,
So,
it happens.
you never know.
Cindy says, I want it all. Send us those emails, Cindy. We'll be happy. We'll be happy to send you all of them.
You want to buy a store?
Want to buy a store?
Buy a building?
Let's see. Marianne says, I spent my limited budget already on some green 4x4s. All right. The green will go good with the carnelian too.
Yeah, that'd be pretty.
Mm-hmm. Okay, these are getting a little unruly over here. I tried to clean up this area a little bit.
You're doing great.
I'm trying. Let me organize these a little bit, everybody. I'll be right with you. Talk amongst yourselves. Everybody remember that from Saturday Night Live? Coffee talk? Coffee talk? That was one of my favorite skits as a kid. I probably did not understand at all what was happening as a kid.
I don't understand what's happening now as an adult.
But yeah, I just like that one. That one, and was that the same one when he was like, could it be Satan? That was not Coffee Talk. That was a different one. That was a good one too.
I don't know that.
You don't know that one?
No.
He played, what was his name? Was it Dana Carvey? Played a very religious older woman, and always thought Satan was in people doing the things. That was I liked that a lot too when I was a kid.
I don't know about that.
It was funny. It was funny. SQSB 13. Ooh. There are 11 of these. Cindy said Saturday Night came out, I think, when I was in high school. I used to love it back in the 80s. A lot of people say the 80s Saturday Night Live was still the best, always the best. Church Chat. It was the church lady. Enough Time Travel. Thank you. Yes. Church Chat. That was hilarious. It was the church lady. It says it was so funny, right? Good times. Good times. Who said good times? Good times too. SQSB 13. These were $3.69, but no more. Not for you all. $3 a tube. This is the 4x4 square bead mix Galactic Blue Gold. Galactic Blue Gold, right? Mary says, hey, enough time travel. Cindy says, Dana Carvey, the funniest. I know, he was hilarious. Is he still around?
Which one is that one?
Dana Carvey.
Is that the one from Just Shoot Me?
I don't think so. No. Maybe. No. Can't remember. Very Star Warsy, says Allie, for these ones, right? It is galactic, intergalactic, planetary, right? Just throwing all the references out there. But I love this. Look how beautiful those are. Cindy says, I answered you by talking. He's alive, I'm sure. Okay, good. R2D2 and C3CPO. C3PO. For these, intergalactic, galactic blue gold. This is SQSB 13. 11 of them available. Not a single one has sold yet. Come on, y'all. You don't want these?
Like
You don't want these? You don't like them? You hate them? Throw them. Get rid of them. Get rid of them.
Poor little ugly duckling.
Poor little ugly
Nobody
galactic
wants
blues.
these.
Throw them in the trash.
Oh.
There they go. Up.
Oh.
Off they go.
Don't make it cry, William.
Boo-hoo.
Oh. Poor little,
Throw it away.
Poor little
Throw it away.
Poor little plane in the face.
Getting wild tonight, y'all.
One of our friends, he was gonna go on a date with this person, and then he said that he's so plain in the face. And that has stuck with me forever.
But he's so plain in the face. I don't remember who that was.
I don't want to name it.
Don't name it now. No. Okay, one of the 13 sold, so they're not total trash.
Oh, you just took it to a new level.
All right. Fields of France, are you going to be any better?
Oh.
Let's see. SQSB 14, heading to 4x4 square bead mix. Fields of France. The Champ de France.
Does it look like that?
They do. Les Champs de France. There they are. Fields of France. You like that, everybody? Those look bright and springy. Who wouldn't use those? Those would be great colors to pair with Peach Fuzz right now. These light blues, greens, yellows, those would all go great with Peach Fuzz. Did you get our Peach Fuzz kit? We still got a few if you're looking to get it. It is a gigantic kit. It comes in 2 boxes.
What?
It's so big, it has to fit in 2 boxes to ship out to y'all.
I didn't know that.
Yes, it does. So, yeah, if you didn't get it yet, get it. It's a wonderful deal. But this is the square bead mix 4x4 Fields of France SQ-SB 14, $2.25 only. 12 available. Very Provençal, says Marianne.
I like that. What's that in that mix? Is it lavender and herbes de Provence?
Oh, Herbe de Provence.
What
I don't
is
know what
that?
all is in that.
Lemon? Is it lemon? Chevril? Is that how you say that? Chevril?
Chevril. Now I'm mixing.
Savory?
Now I'm
know.
mixing up. What's the word for sheep? It's something like that, I think.
Beets.
No, thank you.
Be careful.
Cindy says bead mix. I would use too much of one color. No,
Just
don't do it. Mix them.
do random.
Do random. Do
Or
some fun
sometimes
stuff.
that's helpful if you're doing those little accents and you
don't have all the colors.
Yeah, because you don't, with the accent, sometimes you don't want to use, or you don't actually use that many. You just use like maybe 10. So, you don't need a whole tube sometimes.
Oh, there. Yep. That's it. Marianne saying sheep is mouton. Did you mean horse cheval? Horse is cheval. Chevalier.
There was a really fancy restaurant near the Oakland Bead Expo when they had that Babe Area Bead Expo. And if you had a good show, you always knew how had a good show because they'd be at that.
They went to that restaurant. Cheryl says pretty spring mix. Yes, it is.
If you didn't have a good show, you're not going to eat at the Chevalier.
Cindy says, okay, I needed to hear that about the mixes, right? There's always a reason for things. This is Aqua Shimmer 4x4 square bead mix. Aqua Shimmer, only $2.50 a tube, 12 tubes available, not $3.15. Just forget about that. That's not your price, y'all. Aqua Shimmer. Look, like Andrew said, maybe you just need accent colors. Maybe you just need one little color here or there. These are a great way to do that. Or you can get all of them and go really crazy mixing and matching the colors. Just buy all 12 tubes and make me a bracelet. How about that? Cindy says, perfect name. Aqua Shimmer, right? It does. It looks like it's shimmering. You got the greens, the blues, because sometimes the water is green. Sometimes it's blue.
Aquaman last night.
We did watch Aquaman last night. It was okay. It was okay. Lucinda joined us over on Instagram. Thank you so much for joining in. This is SQ-SB 15, $2.50 a tube. There are 12 tubes available. Cindy just made 2 mixed turquoise bracelets. Nice. Did you show them in the Design Challengers group? Did we get to see them?
I'm gonna throw it down.
Challenge. That was from, that show I cannot name. That's no good anymore. SQ-SB 16. These are 4x4 square bead sparkling purple lined aqua luster. This is not a mix anymore. You're into just the regular beads for a little while. This is sparkling purple lined aqua lusters. And he says, sorry, not your beads though. My bead suit mainly. Oh, Cindy. Just put one thing of ours in there and show us. We want to see. 4x4 square bead, sparkling purple lined aqua luster, $2.50 a tube, 9 tubes. We went crazy buying these. We got a lot of these. $3.15 was the old price. That will be the new price once this price is over. But for a limited time, you can get them at $2.50 a tube. SQSB 16. And we sold a few of those ones. Ooh, that one's popular. Y'all like that one.
Which one?
That one.
The one I
The
said.
one I just did. What do you think?
Did I stutter?
Oh, Andrew's putting words in my mouth and getting mad at me.
How dare you?
Right?
Oh,
Does that happen to any of you?
not me. I don't do that.
You don't do that. Marion says, you missed the one with 28 tubes, William. What was that one? 28 tubes? What did we do? Go crazy? Probably were buying them for a kit and then the kit never got made. That sometimes happens.
And that is correct.
Is this a 13? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 3, 6, 9, 12, 13. 13. That's 13, y'all. SQSB 17. $2.25. This is a 4x4 transparent smoky amethyst. I could have told you that without looking at the label. It looks exactly like that. Transparent smoky amethyst. Lena says, happens to me every day.
Poopy does that to you?
Maybe not him. Maybe it's the internet. Let's not just throw names and blame.
Oh.
Like they do to us, Lennis.
Huh?
I'm just
I
joking,
see how
y'all.
it is.
I'm just joking, y'all. I'm not going to
People
get dinner
get
tonight
Linus
soon.
vote from the comments. I'll be like, wow, I heard what you said.
I heard what you said. And then he's going to be like, and you don't get any dinner either while we're at it.
Correct. We're going to have the hunger times in here. I'm going to go sit in by myself with some chips.
SQSB 17 was $2.91. Now $2.25. Cindy went for the 17. Did anyone else? Anybody else going to go for it? There are 13 of them. Come on, y'all. Help us clear some room. People don't like the squares as much.
I think people like squares, don't they?
It's hit to be square. Everybody remember that song? I used to sing that song a lot.
I don't know that song.
Hip to be square. You don't know that song?
I know the words.
I used to listen to that song all the time.
I don't know the song, but I know that that's like a saying, right?
Probably, and maybe, I don't know, did it come from the song? Maybe, I don't know. This is 4x4 square bead matte transparent smoky amethyst. Wait a second. What was the last one we just did? Not matte transparent, just transparent. These are matte transparent smoky amethyst. SQSB 18. They were $3.15. They are now $2.50. How can you not like matte goodness?
I like Matt.
It just says, take me home. Take me home. Take me home. That's a Cher song. Take me home.
What?
Take me home.
Take me home where?
Just take me home. It's a Cher song. That's the title of the song. You don't want me to sing the song.
Correct.
Take me home. Take me home. I'm trying to remember the lyrics now.
That's it.
That's what she wants to go home.
Like home with somebody?
With somebody. Take me home.
For the times?
I believe so.
Well, that's good for her.
Let's see. Those are good for braided leather bracelets. Love squares look good with sea beads in a necklace, right? So these were $3.15 a tube, which I think is a good price anyway. Now they're $2.50. Andrew's giving you like 20-some% off. SQSB 18 for those, for the transparent smoky amethyst 4x4s. Went for 18 too. Love the purples. Cindy and I love the purples. How can you not love purple? It's like
I
one of
purple.
it's like one of the best colors. It's
also
also
one of the most expensive colors.
amethyst color, which is my birthstone.
Did you know that purple is one of those exotic colors?
Oh yeah?
It came from the Murat show and it built the Phoenician Empire.
You're not just gonna get those anywhere.
It used to be, they called it sumptuary taxes, and only royalty were allowed to have it.
So that's where royal purple comes from.
I guess so. And then,
Okay, everybody, if you love purple, get ready.
that's even in the Bible. They gave Jesus a purple something,
Purple something.
a sash, I don't know, cloak, tunic, something.
I don't know. SQSB 19 coming up.
I could be making that up.
4x4 square. At least you admit. 4x4 square bead, transparent, smoky amethyst, AB. Look at that glimmer. Look at that shine. Like, these are super. Let me see if I can open this top without spilling them everywhere. Look at those, everybody. Don't they just make you want them?
You know what I'm excited for? I'm blown away, the new season.
Coming up Friday.
And, if we sell enough seed beads, maybe we go to Tennessee.
I know, that's this weekend. We only got a few more days to make that money.
I don't know if we're going to be able to do it.
I don't know either, honestly. We are just selling seed bead tubes.
Bree's going to think I don't like her.
Because you missed it twice. Put you in twice, missed it twice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, everybody want to have an elegant evening? Then you need 4x4 square bead mix elegant evening.
I want an elegant evening.
It was $291, now $225. 9 tubes available at that special $225 price. Check out elegant evening.
Actually, I don't want an elegant evening.
You don't want an elegant evening?
That's too much stress.
Elegante.
I like sweatpants.
He's like, I like the sweatpants evening.
And chips.
Sweats and chips evening. Throw in a little milkshake. I've been getting these milkshakes at the Sheets recently, and I'm a little bit hooked on them, meaning I've had 2. But
you're okay.
They're a good treat in the middle of the night. As you know, we're up very late oftentimes. So sometimes you get that craving for like a cookies and cream milkshake, and they have them.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of that Snow Baby ice cream or snow cream.
It is a little bit icy.
It's got a little bit of icing. Maybe our Sheets just refroze it, and then
they are a little bit icy. You put them in the machine, in the cup, and I don't know if the machine adds something or not, but they are pretty icy when you open the cup. You can see it. So I don't know if they did get refrozen. I should reach way in the back, see if there's fresh.
There's a machine?
Yeah, you pull it out of the freezer, you take the lid off, and then you put it in the machine, and it blends it for you. Marianne's noping to elegant evening. Did you notice on the bottom of the cups there's a propeller pattern?
No.
Yeah, so it goes in there and it spins the cup around very fast.
I did not know that.
And mixes it. Yep.
I noticed there was some business at the bottom.
Business at the bottom. Yeah, it's very frozen at the bottom.
You know what? I like them caliente. You know those?
Cindy went for 2 of number 20. Marianne says nope to that one because it's got pink, Marianne.
What is that one?
It's got pink in elegant evening.
Her favorite color?
Her favorite color. I'm going to get punched one of these days. Marianne's going to make a special trip. All right. Allie says, if I ever visit Pennsylvania, I'm going to the Bavarian Pretzel Crazy Plus Bavarian pretzel. I'm going to go Bavarian pretzel crazy plus that milkshake.
I don't even know what that is.
Bavarian pretzel.
Is that what is that? How's that different than a regular pretzel?
Aren't Bavarian pretzels soft, or are they the very hard ones?
I don't like the one that's chip your teeth.
No, me
I don't like
either.
it too soft though either. So
Marion says, "I promise I wouldn't punch you, Andrew."
good. Look at William putting words in your mouth.
Right. Okay, SQSB21. Here's the magma mix. Anybody like red? You get all the reds in there. Not all of them. You get some of them, but you get transparents. You get the I can't think of the word at the moment. The boy.
What is it?
I have sandblasted,
Matte?
frosted, matte. Yes, there's the word, matte. That's the word I'm looking for. So you get transparent, you get matte, you get some of these little shinies in there.
You know I made pretzels once.
Did you?
You remember Liz Sherwood?
Yes.
I went over to her apartment and we made pretzels.
Nice. She was nice.
Yeah, I don't know what she's doing with her life anymore.
I don't know either.
You know, she said that one of the greatest meals she ever had was at our apartment. I was like, what?
Nice.
She's like, you know, where I come from, the food is just to eat.
This is SQSB 21, y'all. We have a few people. Ooh, this one's been popular. Thank y'all. We've not sold out yet, though. We have about
Firebender.
11, 10, 9, 8, 7. We have about 7 of them left, but those 7 could be yours for the low, low price of $2.75 a tube. Magma.
You want Firebender?
We got the Firebender. We had the Earthbender before. Now I got the Firebender. Sheets makes caramel macchiato milkshakes. They make some good stuff.
Where is this?
Marion says I might bring you all the pink beads I have, though. Bring them down, Marianne. Andrew will be happy to take them.
That'll be our challenge.
Pink bead challenge. Cindy says they have the best date shakes on the way to Palm Beach, world famous at Hadley's. I've never been there. I don't know.
I've been to Palm Beach.
I've not.
I used to do a show there.
Ooh.
You know,
like
we had a show in West Palm Beach, and then we had a show in Miami, because apparently some of the people wouldn't cross the bridge, and it was only a few miles apart. That's such a weird.
Allie says, dang, I'm hungry. Me too, Allie, me too. And it's 9:30 on the East Coast. No, it's 9:30 on the East Coast, and we've not eaten yet. We don't even have dinner prepared yet.
We don't have Airbender.
This is SQSB22. This one is not for Marianne, but maybe y'all like it. 4x4 square bean mix lemon twist.
I love this one.
It's like lemon lime twist. It's got the pink lemonade in there. It's got the green for the limeade. It's got the yellow for the lemonade.
I like it.
I do too, because it's pastel-y. It's springy. It's pastel-y. I love pastels. I love Easter just because of the pastel colors. Cindy says margarita. Yeah, I could see that too.
You know, I had the best margarita in Tucson. It was a prickly pear margarita. And they had a machine, and then you just get it.
And it was still that good. Cindy says, my roommate is cooking and everyone here is talking food. What are they cooking, Cindy?
Something good.
$2.50 a tube for that one. SQSB22. We added some letters today. $2.50 a tube.
Hear them cats kind of busting.
I do hear them cats running amok. Marian's like, I pick the pink out and send them back to you. Salmon and roasted veggies. That sounds delicious.
They sound fancy.
I know. We got some fancy roommates going on over there. Next up, Not for Marianne. SQSB 23. 4x4 square bead matte transparent light tea rose.
Maybe. That's kind of a peachy color.
Maybe. You did say you don't mind the peach so much. Maybe you would like that one. This would go with your peach fuzz. This, you want to accentuate your peach fuzz or add something to the peach fuzz. This is like the perfect add-on.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Cindy says, I make the best fresh fruit margaritas.
That sounds great. I don't even drink very much anymore.
Blushy, says Allie. Marion says, that one's okay. All right. Cindy says, that pink goes with everything, right? It's tea rose. Tea rose. Isn't it pretty? SQSB23. That goes with black. That goes with, yeah, pretty much. That goes with a lot of the colors.
Remember that fragrance from Body Works? Is it Body Works? Is that the one in the mall?
Bath and Body Works?
Not. Well, maybe.
Not Bed Bath and Beyond. Bed Bath and Beyond was separate, but Bath and Body Works was in the malls.
And it came in like this frosted, kind of clear, roundish container with a black lid, and it was called Tea Rose.
I didn't really shop there, so I don't know anything that they. Some of my friends, they would shop there, but I never bought anything there. I don't think. I was not into the kind of smelly like that. I bought colognes, but I never bought like candles from there or smelly stuff for the house.
Nice.
SQSB 24. Lennis is saying Body Shop.
Body Shop, that's the one.
I don't think we had Body Shop. I don't recognize that.
I can, if I think about it hard enough, I can smell it.
We had Bath and Body Works. I don't remember Body Shop at all.
I dumped one of those things on accident, and I can smell it in my mouth.
3x3 square bead transparent light topaz. This was $2.64, all the way down to the low price of $2 a tube.
Maybe that was just a Florida thing.
Lennis knows it.
Lennis is from Florida.
Oh, that's right. I forget that. Cindy got a pink too. Good. Cindy says Bath and Body. Yep. Body Shop. I don't remember Body Shops up here.
And they used to sell this.
Marion says Body Shop is closing stores now in Canada.
It was a pigment, like a blush, and it was a natural pigment. And it came in these little ceramic containers. And it was like rouge that's made out of like dirt, basically. And people would put it on their cheeks or their lips. Y'all remember that? Or am I just making it up? I met the inventor of that in Tucson one year, and he was selling this mica powder that was like natural glitter shimmer that was made of such finely ground mica. And he was like, yeah, this is cosmetic grade mica powder.
These are SQSB 25 4x4 square beads, dark coral lined crystal AB. Allie says mineral.
That raw mineral. There's something.
Teresa says, I shopped at Body Shop. I don't remember any Body Shops up here because I would have thought about my dad working at a body shop.
I think maybe they thought that. Somebody thought that too.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't remember that. That would have been a conversation or a thought or something, and I don't remember that at all. Isn't this pretty? These are the dark coral lined crystals. So the outside is clear. It's coral lined. So the lining has the coral color, the dark coral, and then it has an AB finish on top, which you can see it flashing there. This is SQSB 25, $2.50 a tube. We have 14 tubes, well, down to 13 tubes of those now available. Allie says it's from Canada. I don't know why we didn't have it here. The Body Shop had natural, cruelty-free products with fair trade ingredients. Nice. That's a good thing. 26 next.
And then the other one that I was obsessed with is that Lush.
Lush.
Do you remember that?
I've heard of Lush,
That's a newer one.
but that wasn't around here, I don't think, either.
That was a Europe. It started European
Yeah.
because they have the Draught of Immortelle, and I thought it would make me look young forever.
SQSB 26. Allie says, I like Lush. This is 3x3 square bead silver lined Montana. So this is that silver lined with that Montana blue color. So that's like a gray kind of blue.
The one bad thing about that is that sometimes they put a little bit too much food coloring or whatever they put in the bath bombs,
Oh,
and then you get a line of color in the bathtub.
nobody wants a ring of color, ring of fire in the bathtub. This is the square bead silver lined Montana. They were $3.15. Not only $2.50 for you all, but only 5 of these available. This is a really pretty color. And in the light, it really shines. Let me see if I can take this top off and show you. There you can get a little bit more of that blue color look instead of looking through the plastic. Look how pretty those are. This is SQSB 26, silver lined Montana. And again, these were the 3x3 size. Marianne says the Body Shop is originally a UK company.
Oh, wow. I don't know. It's been a while.
Allie says you also have to watch because they can get slippery.
Oh, you know what else is from the Blast from the Past? SOS. Do y'all remember that?
The cleaner?
No, it was like maybe Avon. And my mom used to do it for me as a special treat.
Is that the hand stuff?
No, it was like it was basically like a flavored baby oil, and you put it in your bath.
I do not remember that at all. I didn't get that.
I used to feel so fancy.
All right. SQSB 27.
How come I don't have that in my life now?
This is lemon lined, or as this says, lemon limed tubes. And these are, I'm not sure what size. These look like 4x4. I don't know. Sorry, everybody.
Let me see. I can see. That's 4x4.
4x4. So these are the lemon lined tubes.
You know that's an old one, right?
That is an old one. That's Andrew's handwriting on a taped on piece of paper. And we used to put handwrite them, put the paper on, and then tape over them.
The next one is even older.
That's how we did it. And there's only one of these available. So SQSB 27, you only got one available. If you like that lemon lined or lemon limed cube, grab it now. Grab it now. Cindy says, I fell in Powell Springs Hotel from Neutrogena oil in the shower, so don't do it in the shower. Yikes. No.
That sounds not good.
No. Cindy says, you get a lot of beads compared to other sellers. From us, we try. We try.
I don't know why it's just that it comes in the tube.
SB 27, that was 27. SB 28. This is extra old. SQSB 28, $3 for the tube. This is silver lined flame red AB. There's only one tube available. Only one. SQSB 28. Look at that. Whoop. Look at that color. Look at that. So it's the, again, flame red, silver lined. So flame red color glass, silver lined tube or core, and then an AB finish on top.
If you're going to do Christmas stuff, this would be a good one.
Yes, it would. I lost one there. So there we go. Put that back in there. All right. One tube, SQSB 28, and that is sold out. Thank you. Cindy says, I already have a bunch of these cubes hiding somewhere. They hide from you sometimes. They do that. And the last one of this evening, it appears to me, SQSB 29, $1.75. This is super old price. This is before we started the store kind of price. Literally, these came from the inventory we bought when we started our store.
My friend Erica.
Yeah, so this is pre 2011 pricing. They were $2.15. Andrew still gave you the discount. We're true to our word. We left these at their price back in 2011 when we started our store. We still have this tube. So here in 2024, you have pre-2011 pricing. And today, one person is getting this one, SQSB29 for $1.75. This is the frosted yellow. There's not much on this label. Looks like AB too. Look, lemon heads, says Allie, right? Lemon drops, lemon heads.
That is another one. You know, what's the lemon drop? Is that the whiskey and lemon?
I don't know. So this is one of these available, SQSB 29, $1.75.
I used to go to some place and they would take the lemon peel, and then they would twist it and light it on fire.
Yeah. Those oils catch on fire. Okay.
Maybe the orange peel. I don't remember.
You can do it with any of those, probably.
You don't want to see?
Oh, you did some more work. He's been working, y'all. Look at what he did with the ones he was showing you earlier. Did you see all that?
So it goes by pretty quick. I've been doing that.
He's not been doing this the whole time. He's been doing it since the last set of beads he gave me. So like the last set of like 6 or 7 that we just did. And he did all this in that time.
Those are pretty, like almost like a garden.
That's really pretty.
Some Tiffany. What you call that, Tiffany colors? A little bit of that blue.
Tiffany
glass. Purple. There's an auction going right now of Tiffany glass, and it makes me want to be fancy.
There you go. Allie says pretty. Lena says King Charles's lemonade recipe boils the lemon peel.
What's that one in the summertime that we used to drink?
Which one?
Pimm's.
Pimm's cup. Yeah, I used to love the Pimm's cup. I do mine without all the cucumber. But
I like it.
Lena says Pimm's.
Give it like a pearly flavor.
Pearly, like those.
You like that?
Looks good. Good job.
Thanks. I think that needs gold.
Ooh.
Make it look fancy.
Some flash. All right, y'all. I'm hungry. So we're going to go. Thank you all for tuning in. Huh?
Maybe add this along the edge.
Look what he's doing. I'm going to go walk away now.
What do you think?
That'd be good in there. And get that leather in there. Do some
on both sides.
Do some wrapping in there.
Wouldn't that be pretty? I just invented something.
There you go. Let's see it happen now. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. Y'all have a wonderful evening. It was good to be able to hang out with you a little bit. Sorry I missed the beginning, but if you have any questions, let us know. All right.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you for your support. Thank you for keeping us going while our store is shut down. And we will see you back here tomorrow. Have a great evening, everybody.
See ya.
Bye now.